Good evening, you guys, and welcome to Real Talk with Tamara. As you guys come into the room, please do hit the like button. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel. Hope that you guys are doing okay. I know that I am. I always express the importance of hitting the like button because the like button helps to keep the video in the algorithm. Okay, so make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, comment, and all of those great things. Okay, I wanted to talk about Ricky Floyd. The defense attorneys for the young lady that unalived Ricky Floyd has put out the video, released it. And the only reason that they have released it is because I guess they're wanting to prove that he was a threat to their client's person. Okay. Let's take a look at the video. I know this is sad, but let's take a look at his final moments. Okay.
First at 5 on your news leader, the shooting death of a beloved pastor and prominent leader in Memphis left plenty of people stunned, many asking, why would anyone kill Pastor Ricky Floyd? Well, tonight, only on News Channel 3, video showing a portion of what happened the night Pastor Floyd was shot to death. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Greg Hurst.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Skurlock. WREG has viewed the video provided to us by the attorneys of the woman charged with shooting Floyd. We have carefully considered the weight of what's shown and the sensitivity to all involved in this tragedy. But we also believe it's an important part of the story and one you deserve to see. Here's WREG investigator April Thompson.
Plenty of speculation surrounding the shooting of Pastor Ricky Floyd outside Mama's Bar and Kitchen March 12th. Phone video captured what appears to be some of the final moments of Pastor Floyd's life. It shows the Tahoe truck he is in putting on brakes, Pastor Floyd getting out, walking toward the person shooting the video as they yell to back up.
I'm backing back 3 times now. When I do that, you know, back the up.
Then the video drops out. WREG sat down with the attorneys for Samantha Marion, charged with shooting Pastor Floyd to death. They say the video speaks for itself.
The video does not capture the gunfire that would have taken place probably maybe 3 or 4 seconds later, but it clearly shows him approaching her aggressively after being told several times to stop and that he should not be, walking up on her like that.
Keith Perry says his client, Samantha Marion, was behind the camera shooting the video, and it came after Marion and a man she had met that night got into a heated religion discussion with Pastor Floyd inside the bar. Perry says when everyone was leaving, Pastor Floyd walked toward Marion, and the man got between them.
He stands in front of Reverend Floyd. He's knocked to the ground by Reverend Floyd, and when he does, the back of his head hits the pavement, and he becomes a little stunned or dazed. Reverend Floyd then takes the telephone of Miss Marion, and he throws it to the ground, and he hurled a couple of insults or what have you, and then starts to walk off.
That's when he says Samantha Marion picks up her phone and starts videoing the license plate of the truck, since she had never met Floyd before. That's where the video picks up.
Whatever triggered him, he was upset with Mrs. Marion. He fought through 2 individuals to get to her, and watching him storm from the vehicle and approach her, it was clear that his intentions was definitely not to give her a hug and say, hey, let's work this out. But he had aggression in his heart and in his mind.
WREG acknowledges that this is only one piece of video from that night, and it does not include what police have described as Pastor Floyd holding his hands up and walking backwards away from Marion before falling to the ground. Out of respect for Pastor Floyd's family, WREG reached out to a family spokesperson and shared the video. It was their first time seeing it.
At this difficult time, we're just totally focused on prayer and maintaining our faith in the justice system. We trust that it will fulfill its purpose and provide us the answers and the accountability that is essential right now.
But Marion's attorneys believe the video shows their client was defending herself, and that should have been taken into consideration when she was in jail 7 days and given a $100,000 bond.
You're witnessing a person that has just been assaulted and is getting a tag number and trying to do what they're supposed to do, and you're witnessing a person who, despite the great 58 years that he has lived, and we're not asking anybody in the public to measure him by that last 30 minutes of his life or what have you, but for that last 30 minutes was angry.
For your news leader in Memphis, April Thompson, WREG News Channel 3.
All right, a part of the evidence in this case, and another prosecutor has been called in to handle this case because of DA Steve Moro's relationship with Pastor Floyd. The two served on a number of committees and boards together. But Marion's attorneys believe the case has become political, saying lower bail has been given to people charged with bigger crimes than what they say is a case of self-defense.
Okay, now, was he a threat to her person? Him and another man that she was with got into a heated argument. We have not seen that video. We don't know if it was as bad as they say. If I'm trying to leave, they say he jumps in front of Floyd and he knocks him to the ground. Now, if I'm trying to leave and you jump in front of me because you want to have a heated discussion, I'm sure any man would handle that differently. You trying to hold me hostage. If I'm trying to leave and you jump in front of me, you holding me hostage. I fear for my motherfucking life. Okay, you don't jump in front of me. I have phobias about people jumping in front of me when I'm trying to leave a situation. Now it's a hostage situation. Okay, so as far as I'm concerned, they was holding them hostage. Okay, now she walks out and she starts to record. Now, if they're having, because a person came into the chat and says that it was about Thaddeus Matthews. It seems like to me that has some type of validity to it if they have a heated discussion about religion. I don't believe that Pastor Floyd just got mad about nothing. People can be extremely disrespectful. Okay. Now she starts recording his tag, and she could record his tag. I wish she had not gotten out. But what I heard was when he was walking towards her, he said, "Give it to me." He was not a threat to her person. He had no weapon. Just somebody can walk towards you without a weapon. You ain't got no right to kill him. She says it was an aggressive manner. Walking fast is an aggressive manner. So it's going to be up to the jury to decide, because now folks going to be able to knock people down if they walk fast and they ain't got no weapon. Her ass going to have to go lay down. Let me tell you something. I don't mean no harm, and I don't have nothing against the young lady, but she ain't had no business shooting that man. He didn't have a weapon. He can be mad at the argument that they had. He can get out and walk towards her in a manner, spring on him if he hits you. Evidently, she was not in fear of her life. She didn't run. She kept holding the camera and then she pulled out a gun. Why don't you get out of Dodge? Why don't you run the other way? But if somebody walked towards you and you say, "I told you, don't walk at me like that." Now, so are they saying you got a right to kill him? It's going to be a lot of folks dead. So I don't agree with what happened. I don't know if there had been some drinks or whatever, but it was clearly something that made him mad. Were they disrespectful? Because people got a habit of, and I don't want to speculate, of being disrespectful when they tell you supposed to be a man of the cloth and pastors this, and that. Because they say they had issues with him preaching Thaddeus Matthews' funeral. So how far and disrespectful did they go? They say he should have been at home with his wife. She should have been at home with her children. So man, he should have been at home with his wife, I guess, if he wanted to. And I guess she should have been, we could say she should have been at home with her children, since that's what the people are throwing up now. She got 4 kids. Okay. So, she is held to the same standard as he is held to. Right? As it relates to the laws. And it does not seem to me that he was a threat to a person. Now, I hate all of this happened. But it seems to me that that young lady, if he was trying to leave, they followed the trouble. They followed him outside as he was leaving to provoke him. So I don't think you don't follow trouble if you in fear your life. So I have issues with that. Maybe she was a nice person. Maybe she was. Maybe she's a good mother. But Pastor Floyd's children can say the same thing about him. Her kids get to see her. She gonna get from 3 to 15 if she get anything. She gave Pastor Floyd life in the grave. His kids get nothing but memories. And that is to be considered. Because if I was a juror, she's not a threat to his life. He had no weapons. Was he mad they had been arguing? Yes. But you continuously hold your camera, you follow him outside while he's trying to walk away, continuously to provoke him. He can get out of his car. We don't know what he was getting ready to do. She shot him. But hey, I hate all of this happened. Okay, I do. I hate it all happened, but hey, people have to pay for what they do. I'm not going to get into whether he should have been at home or not. I'm not his wife. Okay, I'm not his wife. I mean, that's how I feel. Others may feel differently, and I understand. But that's how I feel. Anyways, rest in peace to Ricky Floyd. May justice prevail. Hey, I hate this happened. Okay. Now, I'm stating my opinion. The young lady is out. Is she gonna get mad at me or somebody else and feel like because she got mad or they said something that she didn't want, she gonna pop them with a weapon? I don't know. But we haven't seen the other video. But if he's standing up to leave and this man jumps in front of him, now it's a hostage situation. Okay. If he was a threat, why not leave that man alone? They pissed him off. He was mad as hell. My grandma used to always say, ain't nothing worse than a person that start a fire and then scream blaze. They start that fire and then scream blaze. Okay. But we'll see. Anyways, rest in peace to Ricky Floyd. He did a lot for the community. He has. He's done a lot. Another man, just because they pissed him off, he tried to leave. They wanted him to stay. You jump in front of somebody that's a threat to you, you try to get him to stay. I'd have knocked his ass down too. That's one of my phobias, for somebody to try to make me stand and do something I don't want to do. They held him hostage. Then they follow him out to his car. That's how I see it. Okay, that's how I see it. Anyways, you guys, I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. If you would like to support the channel, you could definitely support the channel via Cash App.